Safe and sound. I can't believe we're actually back in our own time.
Yeah, the telepod really is something, huh? Though, after that little surprise trip, I think it's time for a few repairs. I'll see you around, guys.
My father must be so worried by now. I want to introduce you as the hero who helped bring me back. Crono, come with me to the castle.
With that, Marle took Crono's hand, excitement sparkling in her eyes as they prepared to set off for the castle.
Oh God, Princess Nadia, you're safe.
Before Marle could say a word, the Chancellor's expression darkened, and he pointed an accusing finger at Crono.
This damn boy, he's the kidnapper. Guards, arrest him at once.
Wait! You don't understand! He helped me!
Nonsense, Princess. Your safety is our utmost concern. Clearly, you're under the influence likely coerced by this kidnapper.
He's innocent! Listen to me!
Oh, we'll see about that in court. Guards, take him. The princess's supposed rescuer stands accused of attempting to kidnap her from this very kingdom. I, as prosecutor, will show beyond a doubt that he is guilty of this treachery.
And I am Pierre, and I will be representing the defense. It is my duty to prove that Crono here is innocent of these outrageous accusations.
I am here to ensure that justice is served. Bring here Crono, the subject of this trial today.
Crono's head spun as he stood there, trying to grasp how he'd gone from a simple trip to the castle to standing trial for kidnapping.
Let us begin the process of justice by hearing the voices of our citizens. We will determine if this stranger's actions were truly noble, or if they were, in fact, a cunning attempt at abduction.
The trial began, and the Chancellor wasted no time presenting his accusations. His voice echoed through the grand chamber, each claim sharpened with contempt.
First, this young man had the audacity to make abrupt, unseemly contact with the princess in the town square. Hardly behavior fit for a respectful citizen, wouldn't you say?
A murmur of disapproval rose from some of the onlookers.
Second, this same individual was seen stealing a hard-working citizen's lunch in broad daylight.
Pierre, Crono's defense attorney, shook his head in disbelief as the Chancellor pressed on.
Third, and perhaps most disgraceful, he attempted to steal the princess's valuable pendant. Witnesses saw him inspecting it before he helped her. He only returned it after being noticed, likely fearing he'd be caught.
Finally, the Chancellor reached his last point.
And lastly, this hero attempted to kidnap the princess, dragging her from a store against her will. No doubt, planning to whisk her away for some sinister purpose.
The crowd buzzed with concern and suspicion, but Pierre rose, his expression calm as he began Crono's defense.
This is an unfortunate misunderstanding. Let me remind you all that Crono also helped a young girl in the town square find her lost cat. A small act, perhaps, but hardly the deed of a criminal.
The citizens exchanged glances, weighing both sides as the Chancellor's eyes narrowed, watching their reactions. But then the Chancellor raised his voice, his tone cold and commanding.
The facts are on the table, ladies and gentlemen. You have seen both the accusations and the defense. Now it is up to you, the good people of this kingdom, to decide the fate of this young man. Those who believe in Crono's innocence and think he should be freed, please stand beside his defender. But those of you who know that Crono is guilty of these misdeeds and deserves to be punished, come stand by my side.
judge's gavel struck the bench with a resounding thud. He looked down at Crono, his expression severe.
By the decision of this court, Crono is found guilty. For the crime of kidnapping and misconduct toward a member of the royal family, he is sentenced to imprisonment, followed by execution. The judgment is final.
You've caused quite enough trouble. Return to your chambers at once. Guards, proceed with the sentence.
And then Crono goes to the prison. Crono's head throbbed from the rough treatment, but the suffocating scent of damp stone and the claustrophobic darkness of the cell made his suffering worse. Every passing moment in the tiny, grimy space felt like an eternity. To make matters worse, the guards stationed outside his cell were as cruel as the situation itself. The guard sneered, leaning casually on his spear.
This kid? A kidnapper? Give me a break. Look at him one strike, and he'd be done.
Yeah, I don't see how this runt could be a threat to anyone. They must be desperate for suspects if they think he did anything.
Crono listened to their mockery, anger bubbling beneath his calm exterior. His survival instincts kicked in. If there was any chance of escaping, it would have to start here with these guards. He took a deep breath and locked eyes with the taunting pair through the bars. His expression sharpened, a smirk forming on his face. He raised his hand in a slow, mocking clap, the faint echo filling the tense silence. The guards exchanged smug glances, convinced the boy was broken. But with one swift motion, he grabbed the sword hanging loosely from the guard's belt and jumped to his feet. With the cell door open, Crono stepped into the hallway, heart pounding but resolved, and moved forward, navigating the dimly lit corridors. Twisting stairways spiraled in all directions, creating a dizzying maze. Despite the chaos, the guards seemed unaware of his escape for now. Crono stayed low, slipping through shadows and avoiding patrols. He could feel the tension mounting with every careful step. But as he turned a corner, his path was suddenly blocked by two armored guards unlike the others. The victory was short-lived. Shouts echoed through the halls. His escape had been discovered. The urgency spurred him on, and he broke into a sprint, racing through the labyrinthine stairways. His only thought, to outrun them and find freedom.